Hi everyone and welcome to today's story time. So it's Monday the 12th of July 2021. Today we're looking at The World's Worst Children 2 by David Walliams, and the chapter that I've chosen is one on Humbert the Hungry Baby. So here goes. There he is. Okay. Humbert the Hungry Baby. "Oh my!" exclaimed the midwife when she delivered the baby. It was the biggest tot the lady had ever seen in her many years of delivering them. He plopped onto the floor of the hospital like a beached whale. "Oh my word!" cried the father. How had this skinny bean of a man helped create such a ginormous baby? "Is he beautiful?" asked the baby's anxious mother. She couldn't see her newborn child from where she was lying on the bed. "Well, you know what they say. Big is beautiful," replied the father. "Yes, he definitely is, big." "How big exactly?" "Just let me weigh him for you, missus," called out the midwife. With great effort she hauled this monstrous baby onto the scales, which immediately broke under his weight. Twang! "How much does my darling boy weigh?" asked the mother. The midwife studied the boy. "I would say no more than a baby hippopotamus." "I need to see him," pleaded the mother. The midwife had to enlist the boy's father to heave the infant onto his mother's chest. The poor woman was squashed. Her face went bright purple and her eyes bulged. It looked as if they might pop out of her head. "I can't breathe," she muttered. When the pair had managed to heave the enormous lump off his mother, father asked, "Darling, whatever shall we call him?" "Humbert," she said. "Little Humbert." "Little Humbert?" asked father, a hint of sarcasm in his voice. The new parents had brought a pretty pram to the hospital in which to take home their new baby. However, as soon as Humbert was lowered into it, the pram was flattened. Crunch! The pair hijacked a forklift. It just gets more and more ridiculous. The pair hijacked a forklift truck so they could get their offspring home. They just managed to squeeze him through the front door. On seeing the size of him, Marmalade, the family cat, dashed through the cat flap. Somehow the parents hauled him up the stairs. As soon as they lowered him into the cot, he burst out of it. Boom! Shards of wood exploded across his nursery, smashing everything in sight. The room looked as though a bomb had hit it. "Where's he going to sleep now?" asked father. "In our bed, of course," replied mother. So their bedroom became Humbert's nursery, and the baby sprawled out across their double bed. Mother slept on the sofa downstairs, and father had to sleep standing up in a cupboard. Not that the pair got any sleep. If they stopped feeding their new baby milk for more than a minute, Humbert would scream the house down. Such was the noise that the walls would shake, the roof would rattle, and even the windows would crack. One bottle of milk, it was never enough. As soon as Humbert had his lips around the first bottle, the second would have to be filled. And then the next, and the next, and the next. The baby would only stop to do one thing. Burp. Guzzling all that milk down, Humbert began expanding at an alarming rate. It's a bit like my belly most days now. When there was no milk left in the house, Humbert would again wail again for food. Wah! If he wasn't immediately brought something to eat, he would roll out of bed, thud, and he would lope down the stairs like a giant slug trying to breakdance. One night, he demolished the entire contents of the fridge in seconds. He had a whole trifle, a huge block of cheese, a foot-long salami sausage, an egg, and then another egg, and then egg after egg after egg after egg, a whole pack of butter, including the wrapping in which it came. In the morning, Humbert had his innocent face on. However, his burp gave him away. Burp. It was a cheesy, eggy, buttery, meaty, trifly burp that blew straight across into his parents' face like a hurricane. Upon seeing the carnage in the kitchen, father was furious. "I don't believe it! There's not a thing left in here to eat!" "Well, little Humbert is a growing boy," replied mother. "Growing? If he carries on growing, he'll be the size of an elephant by Christmas," snapped father. "I'm putting a padlock on that fridge." "But what if little Humbert gets peckish during the night?" "Peckish!" exclaimed father. "Our son's eating us out of house and home. I'm going to have to move all the food we've got left out of his reach." As mother fumed, father did just that. He moved everything in the larder to the top shelf, which he could barely reach himself. There was no way Humbert could get his hands on the biscuits, cereals, and cakes. Or so his father thought. It wasn't long before Humbert was wailing to be fed again. Wah! That evening, Mother gave her baby even more milk than usual, pint after pint after pint of the stuff. The woman cut the bottom of the bottle off so more milk could be poured in without interrupting Humbert's feed. Hurry, ordered the mother. I'm trying, snapped back the father as he ran to fetch yet another carton. When the man stumbled running up the stairs and dropped the carton, it burst on the floor. Wah! Humbert wailed. And then he simply ate the bottle. My goodness, he must be full now, remarked father. Crunch, burp, crunch, burp, crunch, burp. Night after night, little Humbert. It's like, night, night, little Humbert, said mother, planting a kiss on her baby's forehead. Humbert did a big, wet, milky burp, right in his mother's face. Burp. Father smirked. Come on, darling. It's been another exhausting day, said the man. Let's try and get some sleep. Mother lay on the sofa, and father shut himself in the cupboard, and they both fell asleep. Hopefully you're not snoring at my story reading. Moments later, Humbert wailed, Wah! Again. His parents were awake, so were asleep. No one came running. So the big baby rolled himself out of bed. Thud. He poured himself down the stairs and slithered into the kitchen. As the food had all been placed out of reach, the baby had to find a way to grab it. First he tried bouncing. Humbert was perfectly round, but he was just too heavy to become airborne. Next he reached for the cooking pot to stand on, but he still couldn't reach any food. So the baby pulled over the thick cookbook and placed that on top of the pot. Still, he couldn't reach the food. So he dragged poor Marmalade over by her tail. Meow! Screeched the cat. Humbert placed the cat on top of the pile and stepped on her with his big fleshy foot. Meow! And at that point, I'm going to stop there and we'll find out what happened to the cat tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.